right, we've got Coach James Boo Brewer here with us now. Coach, before we get started and before we go in and talk about your Bardstown basketball team, let's talk a little bit about Boo Brewer. Obviously, and I said this before we went to a break, so don't make me look bad here. I said you're a legend in Bardstown now because I remember years ago, you had a pretty legendary career here under Garnis Martin.
Yes, I was very blessed. My high school career here under Garnis Martin, under Tommy Williams, and under Tim McDougal, and J.W. Manley as well as my track coach. So, you know, I had a great career here at Bardstown High School.
Then you left here and you went to play for another guy, a legendary Hall of Fame guy named Denny Crum. So you've had some pretty good training in basketball. Now, which one of them? I said, put it this way. When you look at this Bardstown basketball team, who are we seeing? Garnis Martin's team or Denny Crum's team, or a little blend of both?
Well, you got a little blend of both. I'm in game mode now. You know, this is postseason, and both of them prepare you well for the postseason. Both of them was very successful coach. You know, Tommy Williams, he's a Hall of Famer, as well as Garnis Martin and Denny Crum. So I've had 3 Hall of Famer coaches in my career, and so hopefully I can take bits and pieces from each one of them and continue our success here at Bardstown.
Now, a lot of people can play basketball, and after you played on professional level for a while, it's quite a bit different playing than it is coaching.
It's a whole lot different. You know, one of the things that I find myself is I'm very active on the sideline if you come and watch me play. And so I'm out there trying to give my energy to those players and trying to cut off the baseline and trying to block out and stuff like that. But my energy, it seems like it helps my players as well. They feed off of me, and I feed off of them, and it's been a great ride.
Man, it's got to be frustrating, too, because like I said, you've been through all this before, and you know what they're going through. That's not necessarily the question, but you know what they should be doing, but at the same time, they're not always doing it.
Well, they teenagers, so, you know, I know they don't go out there and try to make mistakes, and, you know, and I'll be the first one to admit I'm very hard on them, but I think that my hardness and my love for them has helped their success as well on the court and off the court as young men.
I asked you this question several years ago when you first came to Bardstown. I said, what gets a player off the court? What's going to make Coach Boo Brewer say you have to go sit down? And you told me just simply not trying. It wasn't anything to do with whether they were playing well or not, if they just quit trying.
If they just quit trying and not hustling or nothing like that, they can have a bad game. But you can at least, that's one thing they can control is how hard they play and the effort and this and that. So if they're not trying, then that'll definitely get them out. And attitude, you know, talking back will get them out too as well.
So we're going to go into region play. Now, we don't know when that's going to be as of right now. We're still looking, got the brackets here. We know who we're going to play, but we don't know when you're going to play. Actually, right now, you'll be playing in the second night against Adair County. It'll be a tough Adair County team. You played them already, I think, once or twice this year already. But, again, going into this region tournament, you just come off a big district win. Everybody's pretty high. I mean, how are these players going right now? Are they pretty much in the tournament mode that you're in?
Yeah, they very are. You know, we watched film today on our last game, and we kind of corrected a few things. And practice today went real well. You know, they was very energetic and very enthusiastic, and you know they was very focused today. And so they shot the ball well, shot free throws well. And so there we're just going to continue to do our ritual, our thing that we do every day, and you know not change nothing. At this time, you know, you just got to tweak stuff and keep stuff together and just kind of polish a little bit. And so, you know, as of right now, we just got an email, so the games are still on time, Thursday and Friday. So we'll play Friday at 8 o'clock, and hopefully that we'll get out there and be ready, because I know that Adair County is a very good team. They got a very well coached. They well coached, and you know we went there and played them at their place, and we got up on them. Then we let them come back, and so we got to be on our top of our game.
Well, anytime you get into region play, and that's one of the things I asked Tavon a few minutes ago. I said, when you get in region play, any team can beat you, obviously. And I said, which team are you scared of? And he said, none of them. So I'm assuming that's probably your answer as well. But when you're looking at it right now as a coach, are you looking at one game at a time, or are you actually got one eye on Rupp Arena?
No, I don't. Our goal is to win the region. So it's one game at a time. Our first goal is to win the district, and our second goal is to win the region, and our third is make it win state. So as a coach and as players, we can't overlook our next opponent, and so we got to take it one game at a time, and really take it one day at a time. And so each day, up to prepare for our game, we've got to get better each and every day. And time that game time comes, then it's just my kids' time to shine and do what they do best, because in practice is my time, and they work hard for me in practice, and then the game become easy.
You got a lot of depth. That's one thing I like about this team. And one thing I've always said trying to call these teams on the basketball on the radio is it's hard to keep up with them sometimes because of the speed. I don't dare look down and write something down or I'm going to miss something. But at the same time, you can go 10 deep, and I don't think you lose anything.
No, we don't lose anything, and that's a blessing in itself. You know, I've got great guard play. I got great inside play. You know, and I got a bunch of kids. I got 16 kids that I feel like if I can put them in a different situation in a game and won't lose anything.
One last question. I know, like I said, you've had a very storied career here at the Bardstown and University of Louisville and other places as well. It's got to be a lot of pride coming back home, putting that Bardstown, having that Bardstown there, and being the actual coach. You're Garner Smart now.
Well, I'm not. I can't be Garner Smart nor Tommy Williams or any of these coaches that have gone on and been successful. You know, I got to make a name myself as a coach. Right. You know, I made a name for myself as a player, and the same thing is I tell my kids that you just got to go out there and do your best, and my own kids as well. You know, my three that played as well. You know, as a dad, you know, I'm very proud of them, and I'm very proud of my players as well. And so I just got to take it one day at a time and stay humble and keep God first in my life, and because of Him is where I'm at today.
Well, we congratulate you on your district win, a very successful regular season, and wish you all the best in the regions. And really, we hope you're up there. We want to go to Rupp.
Well, I do too, so I look forward to it.
All right, well, thanks a lot. Coach James Boo Brewer here with us. We appreciate you stopping by. And again, as he mentioned, the tournaments are going to be this week, and the boys' tournament, you said that's not going to change. So that'll be Thursday night. That'll be over at Marion County High School. E-Town will be at LaRue County the first game. Second game on Thursday night will be Taylor County and Thomas Nelson. That'll be around 8:15. On third Friday night, be Greene County taking on John Hardin in the first game. And then the second game of the night be the Bardstown Tigers taking on Adair County. And again, that's going to be Thursday and Friday over Marion County High School. Now, Nelson County High School, the games are going to be, I don't have the exact times on them yet, but it'll be Nelson County Lady Cards taking on Caverna. Elizabethtown taking on Adair County on the first night. Second night will be LaRue County and North Hardin. And then the second game of that night, Marion County and Bethlehem High School. So we got a lot of games coming up, and we're going to tell you what, we're going to tell you all about these games next week. Next week we're going to wrap up, because hopefully by then with all this snow will go away, and we'll be ready to tell you about who's won and who's going to the state tournaments and what's happening then as well. And I'm going to have Coach Minor Harmon with me next week. He's been my partner for years in sports, and I'm going to have him with me next week as well. We're going to talk about the NCAA brackets. They're coming out this coming Sunday. Sunday night we'll find out where the University of Kentucky's going, where the University of Louisville's going, what seed they'll be in, and maybe another team or two out of the state of Kentucky may be going to the NCAA as well. We're going to tell you all about that next week. So Coach Harmon and myself will be with you next week. We'll go through all the brackets. By that time, we'll know the winner of the 5th region boys and girls will be. We'll know who's going to the state tournament at Diddle Arena down in Bowling Green for the girls and Rupp Arena for the boys up in Lexington. So hopefully you'll tune in next week. We'll have all that information for you. And if you have anything you'd like for us to do, give us a call. We're going to be covering sports all over. We're going to be covering sports from the little league all the way to the big boys and big girls as well. So we're going to be trying to cover as much as we can in Central Kentucky. So let us know. So again, from Tiger Inn, having a great time following these basketball teams. Bardstown's had a fantastic season, winning District 19 and going on into Region 5 as one of the favorites. We'll see how that turns out. So everybody just stick around. We'll find out as it comes out. So again, for Sports Focus, Channel 6, CKTV, this is Kenny Fogle saying so long. We'll see you next time here on your hometown television station. Take care, everybody.